The first thing you're going to want to do is take all the screws out. There's 2 back here, and then a bunch around here, a couple hidden ones up here.
What kind of gun are we working with?
Oh, this here is a NERF Retaliator.
NERF Retaliator?
Yeah, it's a good one. One of my personal favorites. This little piece tends to fly out, but it's very important because putting these on here is pretty much impossible to do without it. It'll just slide off the front. So, you pull this apart. I'm going to keep a finger on it. Okay, so what we're doing today, we take out a few locks, lube this plunger, stretch the spring out a little bit, and kind of just clean things up. Here's the trigger, don't lose that spring. And this is the catch. What this does is, when you cock it back, that comes back there and catches on here. So this piece and this spring are very important. These go together like that, like they were in there. When it's loaded, you've got a dart in there, and this. If there's not a good seal, when you got a dart in here, all your air is just going to come back out there. And then inside here, hammer that out because it restricts the air. Just going to want to get a screwdriver, just kind of go to town. What you're trying to get out is this piece. This is most of it. You can see that there's still a little bit of stuff in there, but it's already getting a lot better. If you take that completely out, then you can get a lot more air behind the dart. Okay, so I'm going to take this lock out because this is one of the ones that keeps you from depriming it, which is kind of the whole point of what we're doing here, so don't want to forget about that one. And it's easy too because it's not just a piece that you pop off, you actually have to disassemble it. You take that out in this spring and then put this back on. So then, back to this, the mainspring. This is the mainspring, this is what compresses the plunger and makes everything work pretty much. So you're going to want to stretch that out a little bit. You can get replacements for these, but this one costs $0, so. Okay. And then these 2 white pieces up here, you take those out too. What they do is they keep you from pulling the trigger without the magazine in or the gun cocked or anything like that. So, put all this back together. Same story, get all those pegs in the right spot and all that. One here. Don't forget about this. I almost always do the first time. You gotta take the whole thing apart to put this little tiny piece back in there. But it goes there. You probably are gonna want to hold that until you get the 2 halves back together. And put this all back together and listen for any like shifting sounds. If you hear like a spring pop out or something, then obviously you're gonna want to fix that before you get it all back together. It's just a matter of putting the screws back in. Make sure that when you're putting them in, they're going in easy, otherwise you're probably stripping it. These are the things we took out. This is the, I believe this one's a mag lock and this is a trigger lock. I may have reversed those. This is what I like to call the cock lock. That's what keeps it from coming back again once you've cocked it. And this mess of broken plastic is the air restrictor. So, if you have more than that coming out of your gun, you're probably missing something, and that's the cause of whatever issue you're having at the moment. That's all.